Okay, at the end of the 12 o'clock turn, there were a series of assaults in Hougoumont. That was really the focus of a lot of fighting. We also saw some of the first artillery exchanges throughout the field of battle. At Hougoumont, the French launched their first attack over the walls. It was a standoff. There were no casualties on either side, but just around to the left there, fire exchange disordered. I mean, these guards units fire hard, and they disordered one of those French units. They did suffer the British did suffer some casualties along the way. There were some casualties here and some further ones over here, but no further progress for the French around this area. The guards did manage to come forward. They are occupying the woods. The French are over the hedges on the right over here, but in the centre here, Foy's division is pushing very hard through. They routed the Nassauers standing here, so they've almost cleared the area, or surrounded at least a few Nassauer skirmishers, Jaegers, left in those woods, but they can't do much at this stage. The French are pushing hard through there, and in this next turn, Foy will probably push up to the wall as well. So the French really surrounding here. Over to the left, the Royal Horse Artillery is moving around. They want to get onto the heights here. And you can see this elevated terrain here. They would like to be placed somewhere up here to be able to fire on the French on the left-hand side there. Their biggest obstacle in doing so is this French cavalry. At the moment, the light cavalry, there's some heavy cavalry further back, but that light cavalry is doing well to hold the ground there. Now, to help them clear that space, the Allies have pushed forward some of the Dutch Belgians on their right. Just militia, very bravely pushing forward in the face of this light cavalry. But at this stage, the light cavalry could have pressed forward, but they're there more as a deterrent at this stage, keeping an eye on the situation out on the right. So the Dutch Belgians have pushed out forward from the line here. Their original plan was they were going to move around to the right, but now they want that artillery to be able to be placed up here on the high ground, so they're going to push forward again very bravely. Shifting to the left, some further light cavalry push forward, and they inflicted some early casualties as well. So we had the first British gunfire causing some losses on the French. Another important thing here is Picton has come for a walk over to speak to the Brunswickers. A very important meeting taking place here. They can now be activated, and their plan, Picton said, hey guys, can you shift over to the left here? We've got a big French corps advancing, and we need your help over to the left. So the British are feeling pretty comfortable with the forces they have on the right. The Brunswickers will now shift over to the left. This is important because another important meeting took place in La Belle Alliance. D'Erlon met with Napoleon. Napoleon said, go activate your corps. D'Erlon has now moved up, and in this next turn, the 12-20 turn, D'Erlon will be able to activate most of his corps, who are thinking again about pushing forward against that Allied position. At the moment, those Allied defences are looking weak. The Brunswickers will be moving over shortly, but D'Erlon doesn't know that. And they have some good artillery placements here now on that ridge. The 6th Corps is in the centre there, prepared to assist if needed. It is looking good for the French on this right. The Allies Wellington really needs to shift his forces around to respond to what goes on. No Prussian reinforcements yet. They'll be coming in about 40 minutes.